Greetings from Germany. I'm going to tell you today about another really exciting project that we're starting this summer, hopefully. So you know how Tom wants to find out how the whale watching industry influences the whale populations in Skjálfandi Bay. Well, what he does is above the water and all the cortisol stuff, which you can see in all the other videos below. And a thing that we haven't done so far, which would be really cool to see, is if the noise of the boats actually affect the whales. And for that we have this really cool plan. So this is a map of Skjálfandi Bay, and you can see Husavik right there. That's the harbor where we always take the boat from. And here in the middle of the bay there's an underwater seamount called Hötlin. Sorry for my pronunciation, I guess it's wrong. Anyway, on this seamount we want to deploy one hydrophone right on the top, and it's a bottom void hydrophone. That means we take a big concrete block and we just drop it to the ground, and it falls and falls and falls all the way to the seafloor, hopefully to the top of this mountain. Then it has a rope attached to it, and on the rope there's a little hydrophone, and then there's an acoustic release attached to it. So if we send a signal from the boat 3 months later, we can just retrieve the hydrophone really easily. So that's the one. And around the circle, we don't know yet exactly where, somewhere around the circle along this seamount, we want to deploy a second hydrophone as a control to make sure that what we're recording is actually comparable on two different sides of the bay. And with this recording we can answer many questions, and the question we want to answer first is, how is the ambient noise level of the bay? That has never been really done before, and that's really important for us to know. So the ambient noise level is what you can always hear in the bay, so basically the background noise. And that is very much variable depending on the sea condition and on the biological sound sources, like for example the whales, and depending on the boats. So we want to find out how this ambient noise level changes and how much do the boats actually contribute to this ambient noise. And if we've answered that question, we might even be able to listen to the whales down there. And if we actually hear the whale, we can then look at the recordings again and see if the whales change their acoustic behavior, so their vocalization, their communication in the presence of boats, and how that's affecting them. And the really cool thing that we're trying to do, which I don't know yet if it's gonna happen, but it would be so cool, is Tom is looking at the cortisol level, so the stress level in the whale, right? If we have a sample of the cortisol on a specific time of the day, we can look at the recording and see how loud it was underwater. And if we do that several times, we might be able to see a correlation. So fingers crossed, and let's hope we can get there this summer to get amazing questions answered.